What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Amalgam Show. I'm one of your hosts, Keena Johnson, alongside my brother.
What's up? My name's Kyron Johnson. You left that out, but hi.
Yeah.
Did you know they're brothers?
And the person who's still fascinated every time that we're brothers, Nathaniel Redden.
Did you know they're brothers? I laugh every time.
Kyron.
Yeah.
Nathaniel.
Hey.
What's the Amalgam Show about?
It's about nerdy
I didn't ask you.
You said Kyron and Nathaniel.
I changed my mind.
Nerdy things that we care about.
Okay.
And pop culture.
Well, yeah, pop culture, but like that's still nerdy.
Yeah.
Nerdy things that we care about.
Yeah.
Is Transformers nerdy?
I mean, possibly if you know the...
It depends. Is it Michael Bay's
Depends-
Transformers?
That's what I'm talking about.
Depends on how deep you want to go into it, because I suppose you could get into the physiology of a transformer.
I mean,
You could talk about the military
movies,
workings.
the movies themselves, I would say probably not very nerdy because I think they're so fucking dumbed down that it's just like, oh, it's just drama. What if this transformer had a girlfriend?
They don't even do that.
Yeah, I know.
Those robots don't fuck. It's sad.
That really grinds my gears.
Oh, fuck you.
Anyway.
This week's topic is things that could have been better, and that could be anything.
But first,
Some housekeeping.
If you like Dragon Ball, be sure to check out our Dragon Ball Super discussion video. And if you like pizza, we do a show called Pizza Time. We're up to episode 9.
it's fucking terrible. But please watch it.
I have a cool intro for it, which I'm proud of.
Probably like the shortest videos that we do, but they're the most worth it.
Yeah.
And we pay the most attention to.
That'll be up on Friday. If you have any questions for the show, please comment below or email us at amalgamshow@gmail.com. And if you like it,
Amalgam's how.
I have to really not think of that. You all fucked me. If you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe. Because that'd be nice.
Subscribe.
We're getting like 23 subscribers.
Thank you. Honestly, thank you.
When PewDiePie's like almost at 60 million, guys, and we're
Whoa,
like
let's
almost
not
at
compare.
25. Can we please get 2 more subscribers?
But first, what are we into this week? I think I should go first because I have a big long list.
Okay.
Go on your big long list, boy.
So, first thing. I
Keep it
played
brief.
Dragon Ball Fighters open beta.
Yeah.
I've had 3 rounds because I can't get a fight. It's fucking annoying. But
When you say that, all I can think of is like you rolling into a bar and you're like, well, we fucking fought 3 people, no one wants to fight.
pretty much, because you do rock up in a lobby and you're like, just fucking someone fight me, and no one does it because I think it's just server issues on the beta side.
Yeah.
But when I do, like, I've done all the practice stuff and I've done like 3 matches, it's really fun. The game is really, really fun. I just wish I could connect to a fight.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's no other offline stuff.
Yeah.
Been playing the Dissidia Final Fantasy open beta.
Yeah. Is that good? Is it?
I forgot how Dissidia worked, and it took me forever to get my brain around it again.
Yeah, you had to go. You have to collect like little floating orb points and stuff like that, don't you?
No.
I played Dissidia on the PSP not too long ago, and there's like little orbs you have to collect and get extra points and stuff. It helps you,
Maybe.
you know.
This one,
win
this one still just has the bravery and then attack system, where you press like X over and over, and then you attack, and then eventually you get enough points to do a HP attack, and that takes out their HP.
Oh right, yeah.
I don't remember anything about orbs, but yeah. They've also got a little bit of story in the beta,
Yeah.
and it is a sequel to Dissidia 1, because you know how Duodecim is a prequel?
Yeah.
You know how at the end of Dissidia 1, how it's like, and we save the world and there's no more cycles.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, faintly, I do remember.
Yeah, that's the final thing. Like,
Dissidia to like a lesser degree than you do, but
yeah. NT, like, they talk about like how, because Cosmos and Chaos died at the end of that. This
Yeah.
one is people have taken their jobs.
yeah.
I don't remember their names. They're
Paul and Greg.
And no, it's like another. It's like someone and someone.
Oh, okay.
It's another gal and another demon dude, basically.
All right.
Eternia and something else. Anyway, yeah, you should, like, Noctis is the first one to show up,
Yeah.
and he's like, well, what? That shit is going on. And then he sees like a shadow lightning, and lightning's like, haha, you're fucked. We're battling again. And the Warrior of Light shows up. He's like, I guess we're doing this again. Let's go and talk to this guy. So yeah, so it's a sequel,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Okay, cool.
Once I finally got used to it, I'm like, okay, this is fun. I can get a fight in it, which
Yeah.
is good. They have a Moogle referee, which is like every time you talk, every time he does this thing, it's just like, you're low on HP, Cupo. You're doing this, Cupo. You're doing that. Just like, fucking stop it. I finally went to the settings and turned it off.
Yeah.
Because thank God to the setting.
Yeah, to turn that off.
God, it was annoying.
The whole thing with Moogles is at the end of every sentence they go Cupo, which is Kupo.
Which is fine on text. When you're reading it and they like, or whatever the Pokemon noise is, it's cute. But when they're talking, and what they are, they're basically exposition dump trucks now.
Yeah.
Like since Final Fantasy 13 2, they're just like, oh, here's an area, I'm going to explain everything in this annoying high-pitched voice in about 5 minutes, Cupo. Like, it's really annoying. And they've been doing it like, 13 2, Mobius, mobile game. Thank God 15 didn't have it. Other games have done it.
Also, with that, you're going to trigger a bunch of people into doing Knuckles.
I fucking guess. Also, finally read a whole bunch of comics.
He does not know D-Way.
I read All Star Superman finally.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Like, you know the movie?
Yeah.
Way better than that.
Oh, and the movie was good. Like,
There's this part that's cut out of the movie where a whole bunch of Supermen from DC 1 million, which is what if Action Comics got to 1 million issues. That's the 852nd century, I think.
okay.
So yeah, that's really far along. Because Grant Morrison.
Yeah.
They travel back in time to help Clark Kent do a couple of stuff. And then there's one Superman, there's three Supermans. One's a Mr. Mxyzptlk, who's now a Superman. You know the...
Yeah, Mxyzptlk. Yeah, I know who he is.
The third one was... Oh, like a Superboy or something.
The Superboy, okay.
And then the other one was just a dude in bandages. The whole thing is like, oh, you like go through the thing and just like, monsters attacking. But when that's happening, Park Kent's having his heart attack.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Clark can't say goodbye. So they go to the funeral, and then it turns out the guy in the
Head wrap.
is Clark. So what he's done is travel to this, hung out there for a bit, and then come back in time. And he's standing next to Park Kent, saying goodbye. Just like, because Park Kent's like, do you think he's going to be like a good hero? And he's like, yeah, he's one of the best. He's not too bad or something like that.
Yeah.
And Park has his heart attack. So Clark travels in time to say goodbye to Park Kent.
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's a really good issue.
Yeah.
Other than that, the art's real good. It's a good it's also a good Superman story, but it's also good Lex, examining him. There's a part where Superman, for 3 issues, goes to Bizarro World, and
Yeah.
that's really fucking confusing because Bizarro
Yeah,
speaks.
it's real bizarre, man.
But yeah, other than that, great book. Marvel 1602. What if the Marvel characters were created in 1602? It's real weird. It's British, so it's full of exposition.
Okay.
It's a very long read for a normal sized book.
Okay.
The Fantastic Four has a ship instead of a fantastic car. Everyone gets their abilities really well.
Oh, I was picturing a spaceship. You mean like a boat?
Ship,
yeah.
Yeah, I can't break that one down quickly.
Yeah.
But I also read Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
Really good book. It's nothing what the movie is. Or actually, it's an old Wolverine.
Yeah.
But he's a pacifist in the book.
Okay.
And the other thing that hasn't come in is that it's a Throat movie.
Okay.
Logan's got to pay rent.
Rent.
And so he's got to go all the way to the other side of the city because Hawkeye is going to give him a couple of bucks to pay rent. But turns out, Wolverine's not going to pop his claws ever again because he made a vow. And Hawkeye's like, just fucking do it. And he's like, no. Finally does it. Turns out, all the heroes died when the Fire Nation attacked. No, when all the villains teamed up and killed all the heroes.
Yeah.
But for the X-Men, they come in and kill it, and Wolverine just shredded into them yeah, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Turns out Mysterio had tricked his mind and into thinking that he was killing villains. No, he was killing all the X-Men.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's fucking dark, and you're like,
You
and then
understand the vow.
Wolverine's just like, I think he splits like Mysterio's fucking fishbowl head open,
Yeah.
and then he like wanders, like there's a big fight going on, like the Avengers, like the final showdown sort of thing. He doesn't even do it. He just like wanders into the forest, and he's like, oh, here's a train coming. Puts his head on the track and just lets the train run over his head.
It doesn't kill him, obviously.
No, but like that's the way to kill Wolverine is to
cut off his
cut
head.
off his head and throw the head away. Because there's been times where his head's been pretty close,
Yeah.
and it's like, and then reformed like that.
Okay, yeah.
But obviously that time was close enough, and he just regenerated.
Mm.
So now he's just like moved to Sacramento, which is in California, and just like stayed there.
Yeah.
Final boss is there's two final bosses. The first one's Red Skull, who's become president.
Okay, yep.
He has shrines of all the heroes he's killed, of all the Avengers. So and he has Captain America's shield, and he's wearing Captain America's mask. Because-
Okay.
Yeah. So then, like,
You know, why is he president if he's being such an open dickhole?
yeah, it's pretty bad. But you know, like they do the whole thing, like people build it up, and then like Logan kills him with a shield
Oh, yeah.
because he had a traumatic. Oh no, he just had to do it for survival, and then like cuts his head off with the shield, and he's just like, oh, how do I get back to Sacramento in time? He steals Iron Man's suit and just flies back. So it's pretty fan servicey. And then when he gets back, he finds out that his family's been killed by the Hulklings, like because of the like. So yeah, the Hulks have all killed his family, and he's like, fuck it, claws out, turns out Bruce Banner, because the Gamma infected his brain, ended up breeding with She-Hulk, which is his cousin. So now there's the whole tribe of inbred Hulks.
Jesus.
And he fucking like stealths them, like he just like rips them apart underwater. He goes through, just slaughters them out, and then Bruce Banner comes out, and what does he do? Just tries like, hey, fight me, and he's like, okay. And they're fighting for a bit. It's a mirror of Wolverine's first appearance, which was in Incredible Hulk,
Yeah.
and then that's when they fought for the first time, which that's pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
Hulk eats him, and Hulk has like an upset stomach. Wolverine tears him apart from the inside.
That's why you have to chew your food, kids.
Yeah, can you put that back down? Because we're not meant to do that because it makes the
yeah.
audio fucked. But
Sorry.
but yeah, that's how it ends. And then he steals a Hulkling baby and he's like, I'm gonna go save the world because fuck everything. Yeah, that's how it ends. It's a really good story. I read Sinestro Corps War Blackest Night Brightest Day.
Yeah.
Super DC universe focused, which I'm not going to unpack. Like Superboy Prime and Anti-Monitors there.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
So if you give a shit about that, you definitely recommend reading it?
Sinestro Corps and Blackest Night, yes. Brightest Day is nothing to do with Lens. It's, if you like those characters, read it, but other than that, I wouldn't recommend buying 3 trades for Brightest Day.
Okay.
Excuse me. I also watched Teen Titans Judas Contract.
Yeah.
It's really good. Like, I think it's up there with. If people, you know how I always like tell people like what DC animators like
Yeah.
Under the Red Hood, Dark Knight 1 and 2, Flashpoint. I think this is up there.
Yeah.
It's good. And then Batman Harley Quinn. Basically, a long episode of Batman Taz was a terrible, bad musical segment. And
Okay.
like Harley Quinn just singing, and the voice actress they got was the blonde girl.
Taz
from,
being the animated
I said
series?
animated series.
Yeah.
Did I?
I don't think so.
Okay, anyway. The voice actress they got for Harley Quinn can't sing, and it's the girl they got from Big Bang Theory, not Peggy, the second blonde girl. The glasses.
Yeah, the annoying...
Bernadette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bernadette.
Yeah, they got her for Harley
annoying
Quinn.
nerd. I don't want to say her religion, but, you know, that was a defining fact in her goddamn character thing. Like,
If it's a defining character, you can say Jewish. Like, it's not an offensive word.
Yeah, I know, but, you know, me
When he
being
was
not
saying
Jewish...
annoying and then
If
he
she says
said
Jewish,
Jewish.
I just didn't want to say the annoying Jew because
Don't say
you
that.
know, yeah.
But yeah, that's everything. I've been into a lot more, but that's the ones I wanted to highlight.
Cool.
What have you guys been into? I'm gonna get some water. I'm still gonna
So I've been watching the Bates Motel on Netflix. I'm up to season 3. I recommend anyone who you know likes kind of fucked up things and like really story based and character developing things. Like in the first season, the main character Norman Bates, it's based off the movie Psycho from Alfred Hitchcock from the 70s.
Yeah.
But it's like it's set in modern day times, but it's a prequel. It's odd, but you know, it's still cool because they have the same house and the same sets from the original movie. There's a lot of like, you know, side plots. Like the entire town is run on weed.
Oh really?
Yeah, it used to be an old lumber town, and like now there's these like weed mobs, like families who run the town, and you know, you can essentially do illegal things in the town so long as it's like just.
Right.
Like eye for an eye, like you kill some like part of their like the other weed families people, they expect you, like the town just expects retribution from them, and yeah, so it's like really fucked up. Like gets into like the town is kind of its own character, and then just the incredibly fucked up relationship that Norman has with his mum. It's just a really good show. It's very hard to summarize without getting into mad spoilers and stuff like that. But you know, if you like shows where characters visibly progress and you know, or like in some stages like regress, like further back beyond what they were meant to be, and stuff like that. Like, but not in a good way.
Okay.
Like, you know, sinks further into a mental illness than they should, because of certain events and stuff like that. If you like, you know, horror-esque things, I definitely recommend giving it a watch. I also went, yesterday, I went to the Gold Coast for just like a afternoon because my girlfriend's family was there. So I went down and I found the weirdest place that they were staying. Okay, so it's a kids resort more than anything. Like you walk into the lobby and there's this like this giant netted off playground, but it's like one of those really cool ones. Do you remember Scallywags and Toowoomba?
Oh, yeah. Wow,
it was like that, and you walk out the back and there's like this giant like water park, like spa and stuff like that. But there was like an ice rink in the resort and stuff like that. It was like, in theory it sounds really nice, but the staff just don't care about the place at all. Like the elevator, it like literally shrieks as the doors open.
That's not good.
And you can feel it bounce as you're going down and up. It's so sickening. And yeah, apparently it's like a haven for parents to just drop off their young children, because they have this thing called Kids Club. It's basically drop off your kids for 4 hours while you get absolutely fucked at the poolside bar. So it's just like adults with small, like it's not like teenagers and stuff like that, where, you know, like teenagers can understand drunk behavior and stuff like that. It's like 3, 4 to like 10-year-olds. And it's just the weirdest like culture of things, because, you know, we were raised in, like, our parents, you know, they were never really drunk in front of us. Like they had drinks and stuff, but they were never drunk in front of us. Just to see like people walking into like the shop that they had there, and they were just knocking over the same bottle of honey 7 times just because they were that fucked off their face in front of their like 7-year-old child. It was the weirdest place I've ever been. Like, it sounds nice, but, and like,
it does not sound nice.
The concept is nice, but the behavior and the way like the staff just don't care. Like, there's no responsible service of alcohol. Like, I saw this dude fucking essentially like fall as he was getting to the bar, and he still got served.
Jesus.
And it's not like, you know, carry money with you. They just go, charge it to their room. And they give them their room number, and they just charge it like it's a thing. So it's, you just, like, people spend dangerous amounts of money there and stuff like that. it's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like, I've never seen, like, I've heard of kids resorts and stuff like that where you go and you take your kids and you drop them off and they have the best time, make a bunch of friends that they will never see again and stuff like that. But just the weird mix of alcohol as well.
Yeah.
It was just a really odd time.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
But then we were staying across the road in the Mantra Sun City, and it was a really tiny apartment and really weird. We were meant to get a king bed, and they just pushed 2 single beds together and chucked one like sheet over the top of it.
That's still not even king size.
It's not. It's like slightly maybe bigger than queen. Like, they weren't single beds, they were like king single beds.
Okay.
So it was like, oh, it's a king size bed, and you're like, yeah, but barely.
Yeah.
And there was only one sink in the place, and that was in the bathroom. There was only one like bin, and that was next to the toilet, so it was like that shallow.
Oh my god.
It was really odd, but like, and for the price you pay, I guess you more pay for the amenities because we got like free buffet breakfast, you know. There's a gym, there's a basketball court, there's a tennis court, there's like 2 spas, 2 pools, and like water slides and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like $200 a night.
Okay.
It's not super expensive, but I expected the rooms to be a lot nicer. They look like those early 90s motels, like that kind of aesthetic in there.
Yeah.
And the only channel that wasn't like an SBS radio channel or sports was goddamn Nickelodeon. So we were just like had SpongeBob playing because that was the only thing in the room that would ever make a noise besides, you know, speaking. And I like background noise. It's you know, it's comforting for me. It's not like just deafening silence.
Yeah.
It was just a really, like, it was a really nice place. Like, it had an Aztec theme and stuff like that. Like,
okay.
it was really cool. Like, they have the water fountains, and it was like, you know, those old Aztec temples. I forget what they're called.
Pyramids?
They're not called pyramids.
The Aztec had pyramids.
No, they weren't. They weren't pyramids. They were something else. They have a specific name. I know them. I'm sorry, GMAC, if you're watching this, you're probably gonna hate me. But yeah, they had those everywhere. They had you know that sun that has like the random squiggles coming off it, and like the really creepy smiling face and stuff like that. They had these like weird sphinx animals, like statues. Yeah. They had human penises.
Jesus
just in the lobby, and I was like, haha, that's upsetting.
Damn.
Yeah. But other than that, like, it's a really nice place. But yeah, like, and it was my first time using trams and stuff like that.
Trams are fun.
Yeah, and you know, they're efficient. Those things fucking book. Like, as soon as you get like outside of city limits, they go like 120.
Really?
Yeah, they fucking book.
That's how fast I feel trains should go.
Trains do go that fast.
Really?
Yeah, we were going on our trip to Byron Bay. Me and Nathaniel went on a while ago. We were racing a train. We were going like 110. It was like keeping up with us, and then it was like the whole Fast and Furious
way.
But
Okay.
yeah, like the trains like really like pick up. Have you found out what they're called?
No, I'm still looking.
Yeah.
Zacolo.
Yeah, Nathaniel, what have you been up to?
Not much. Laying in a hammock, working
You're on the roof.
on the roof.
Hmm?
On the roof and laying in hammocks.
Nice.
I been trying to get ready for Australia Day for y'all.
Oh
It's
yeah.
gonna be pretty good. I'm very tired. Can't sleep in anymore because my work schedule has destroyed me.
That's how it goes.
But yeah, no, my work contract ended, which means that I still have a job. It's just I'll be casual again, which means I'll hopefully have a bit more time to work on the podcast. But it's all up in the air always because I never know when they need me.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much else.
Not a lot.
I have bought a game with a Steam gift card that Reese got me for Christmas. I think it's called The Last of June or something like that. Can't remember what it's actually called. Something about June. But basically, it's about
Last day of June?
that's the one. The Last Day of June. It's an indie game. I can't remember who it's by, but
Ovo Sonico. Published by
basically,
505.
like, he crashes the car, his wife dies, he gets really sick, shit like that. It's like it's not really explained properly because there's no dialogue. It's just you infer what's going on.
Oh, so it's basically like a picture book without words.
That's what it looks like from the videos and stuff. I've only bought it and it's been downloading all day.
Yeah.
It's an adventure puzzle video game.
Yeah, sounds about right. I haven't been playing much games. I haven't really had the time. I've been trying.
Yeah.
Technology hates me, so every time I try to play a game, it's like, oh, you need an update. I'm like, are you serious?
And it's like,
This
your
update is
drivers
like 3
aren't
days ago.
compatible with this update. And you're like, update your drivers. And you're
It's constant all the time, no matter what.
Even like Xbox stuff, every time you want to play something, like updates. Like, I have auto updates turned on, fucker.
Yeah.
It's
And then it's like, you can't deny the update and then just turn off your internet. If you turn off your internet first without even clicking on it and then try to play it, it's like, okay.
yeah.
And it doesn't register that there's an update, but as soon as it knows it needs an update, it's like, turn your internet back on or else you will not play.
do it. And you're like, oh, fine.
Not great.
But especially in Australia, where you don't have the internet to be able to just be like, oh yeah, I'll update it. Oh, 10 minutes? Sick.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
5 minutes? Sick. It's like, oh, 7 hours.
For a gig.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not quite that bad. It's like, you know-
sometimes it is. Some days you're like, just fucking download this piece of shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Keena's got a lot more pent up
Yeah.
emotion about the internet than I do, but I'm still annoyed about it.
Just yelling at
Yeah.
nothing in particular.
I-
Just raging
it's-
about the internet.
It's ridiculous though. Like the internet in Australia really needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
Because, like even when the healthcare system
Jeez.
is being affected by it, it kind of needs to be fixed.
Yeah, when people's lives are at stake because we aren't keeping up with the rest of the world, you know something needs to be fixed. You know, it's not
It's
just a
actually
luxury item anymore. It's something that's helping people
Yeah.
live.
Other than that, I've been thinking about trips, organising trips, see family. Been getting Christmas cards late in the mail.
Fun.
Been drinking really early in the morning, climbing to the top of shopping centres.
What? What?
I went to the top of my local shopping centre the other day. Just because.
Was that with
It was
two
with-
undisclosed names that we both know who we're talking about?
Yeah.
It's definitely just Reese.
Okay.
And we just decided to. Well, it's not like we did anything wrong. We just climbed to the top. Like we just walked up the ramps.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were literally like on the fenced off
Nah.
areas, climbing on the roof.
Nah, we just
No.
walked up.
Okay, so you're doing legal things. We're allowed to say your name.
Well, I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we just watched the sunrise.
Oh,
It was
that's
really
nice.
Cool. And then went into my pool and just swam around for a while, for a long time, and then went back to the house and fell asleep because we were fucking tired because I'd been up for over 24 hours.
I woke up to a voicemail from him at 5 in the morning, drunk off his ass, just babbling, saying, "You want to go for a trip, man?" And I was like, "The fuck!" Like, send him like a text, and I'm like, he probably won't get this till like, 1 in the afternoon, and like. Sure enough, I left him a voice message saying like, "Hey, call me back. Just make sure it's not between 12 and 4 because I'm at work." Sure enough, 12:30 rolls around. I got a missed call from Nathaniel. I was like, "Did you even read my like? Did you even listen to the message?" He was like, "Nope."
I tried to call you the day before, and you didn't pick up. So like on the voicemail, I was like, "Don't fucking call me back." Oh god, what is wrong with me?
Is that all you did?
Made a mess of the house.
Oh, we've all done that. I need to vacuum my house. There's like shit everywhere. I'm like,
I vacuum like every day and it doesn't help.
Oh,
That's
that's
because
do it every day.
It's because he owns a cat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every like 15 seconds of me vacuuming, I have to empty out the vacuum cleaner because it just gets clogged up.
Because also it's summer and a cat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A ginger cat that likes to molt.
It's
not even that he has to, he just likes to.
He's like, oh, it's 2 o'clock, time to mold.
Watching a little bit more Netflix. I've been catching up on Doctor Who. I'm trying to get up to the Christmas special, but I feel like I'm going to go to the Christmas special, be like, okay, this is shit, and then stop watching again.
Yeah.
Because I get really into Doctor Who until they do a regeneration, then I'm like, I'm not watching until the next Doctor now.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I really like it, and I watch it all in bulk again. And then I'm like, oh, yuck, this new one. No, I'm not going to watch this.
And then you're like, I actually really like this.
Yeah.
You watch it and then like, just as you're like,
Literally-
I like this one.
literally
They chuck in a
everything.
new one.
That has happened in Doctor Who from Christopher Eccleston. I liked Eccleston, then David Tennant came along, I'm like, actually I didn't mind David Tennant from the start, I thought it was pretty good. And then I liked him all the way through, and then got to Matt Smith, I'm like, fuck Matt Smith. And I was like, his boxy face. And then I watched Matt Smith and I was like, oh yeah, I actually don't mind him.
Yeah.
And then it was like Capaldi, I'm like, oh fuck Capaldi, dude. I'm like, oh, he's in Skins. He's not bad. And now I'm just sort of like, oh, female Doctor, that's a bit dicey. But sure enough, I'm sure like I'll start watching it and be like, oh, she's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, she's pretty good.
So, you know, I'll just keep doing that until Doctor Who eventually like stops.
It won't.
It will.
I mean, like, it should have stopped after Matt Smith, but they just wrote in more shit. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, they will always write in more stuff if, you know, it continues to remain profitable.
I haven't actually seen. I don't know how he regenerated into a new Doctor again. Because he was supposed to have only one regeneration. He wasn't
It
supposed
was
to have
something
anything
to do with
left.
like war doctors and stuff. It was really confusing.
Oh, really?
Like, they brought back, like, do you remember that, like the Tale of Two Doctors or what it was called? Where
Not at all.
Matt Smith and David Tennant teamed up, and then it was John Hurt, which was like the war doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
Something to do with that.
Matt Smith got an extra regeneration from Gallifrey through the crack in the dimension.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's how we got that. But that's how he turned into Capaldi. But how did he turn into this other one?
They forgot
This-
a lot.
It's like, what even exists anymore?
We've
Yeah,
been told our
this
show
is-
isn't inclusive enough, so female.
Pretty much.
Pretty inclusive. It's just the main protagonist.
Could have been good. It would have been good if she was ginger as well, though, because that was the whole point of the Doctor. It's like, I want to be ginger, and then he's a female now, but not a ginger.
Okay, I guess.
Every time he's regenerated, he's going, "Am I a ginger? Oh no, I'm not."
Every time?
Yeah. If you go back and watch all the regenerations, he mentions if he's a ginger or not.
Okay. That's like that'll be the final season before they cancel it for 50 years and then reboot it again.
And it will start all over again. We'll get to see Canine.
What? And they should just bring him back. I don't know what.
They I don't know if they will, because he was around with Sarah Jane and she's dead now. So
You were like, just bring him back. Couldn't like K9.1 or something, and then just.
We've been told from our live studio audience that Canine looks after a black hole. I don't know what that means, but okay.
No, in the Sarah Jane dimensions, he gets. It's basically a black hole in a dimension of Earth. And if that is not supervised, basically the entire black hole will take over the whole of that, that galaxy. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Keena says he looks after that, and if he doesn't, then we're fucked.
Just
he
build,
goes
what I'm
back
saying is
into
like
the
they'll
black
just
hole.
build a new one. Like why not just build a new one?
You can't rebuild K9!
He is not an object, Keena. He is a sentient good boy.
Marketing.
that's
A sentient good boy.
Anyway, into the main boys.
Yeah.
Topic of the show: things that should have been or could have been better.
Who's gonna kick us off?
Me,
Oh.
because you guys don't know what you're talking about yet. I
Oh, that's mean. I know what I'm talking about most of the time. But continue.
my thing, because anyway, my thing is that I think something that could have been better from last year was Iron Fist.
Right.
That is my second least favorite Marvel property.
What's your least?
Inhumans.
Okay. What? Whoa.
Inhumans is trash.
No. I'm just saying, like, Iron Fist is below Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, I like the characters, but like sometimes the plot just a bit wonky. But that's it.
Yeah.
But this is the last couple seasons.
I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I fucking hate Iron Fist.
Iron Fist is so bad. Like it should
Yeah,
have
but at least you only have to sit through one season of bad. Fucking S.H.I.E.L.D. is like endless, just nonsense bad.
like that's the thing. Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fluctuates so like dramatically. It can be from like this is the most boring shit I've seen to like holy fuck. I
This
can't
is
wait
some
to
of the
watch
best
next.
TV I've seen.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Just like this is the best superhero stuff I've seen.
I am on board with you, Keena. I am kind of really sick of the whole, I'm a superhero, but I can't use my powers all the time. Is it going to work this time? I don't know.
Like, that's the thing. Like Iron Fist is supposed to come out of Kunlun,
As a
fucking
master,
knowing what he's
yeah.
doing. At
Yeah.
this point, he's like, having technical issues with fucking magic fist.
Try turning it on and off again.
Like,
Troubleshoot.
like it's fucking. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, no,
And he goes to like an asylum for like 4 episodes, does nothing. He should have Iron Fisted out of there like minute.
no,
2.
they drugged him and it messed with his natural ki flow.
Oh, okay, I get that.
Or
But like,
chi
it was-
flow.
Is it ki? It's
Chi.
Yeah. Ki, chi, and chakra is all the same thing.
Don't say that.
No,
There'll be someone out there being like, actually, and leave us a big angry thing.
It's all just translation
Okay.
from my research. But
Very little reason.
I watch YouTube. People talk about Dragon Ball and Ki. But yeah, no. This show, like Iron Fist, should have been the martial arts show.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they were just, I don't know what I do know what the issue. It was rushed to production so that Defenders could come out.
Yeah.
It makes me kind of laugh a little bit how there's like all of these people with badass superpowers and then Daredevil's still on top. And he's just
Yeah.
like, I can see things even though I'm blind.
That's the thing, like, Iron Fist, even in the comic, beats Daredevil. Like, he's a better martial artist because Daredevil's just a dude who punches good.
Yeah.
Whereas in the what they've done on the show is make him part like a pseudo, like, not hand member, but whatever the opposition of the hand is, like a pseudo member of that.
Of the Chaste.
The Chase. Yeah, so now like Daredevil's better than like he straight up beats Iron Fist in a fight.
Yeah, but
I think they try and just assert Daredevil as the leader of the Defenders.
I think they're trying to give him like a kind of a Batman-esque role.
That's true. That's another thing that
Like,
I could see
he's just
happening.
kind of a normal dude.
But like,
I relate to him. Look, he sits in a
Well,
really
that's the thing.
nice
Iron Fist
apartment,
should
but
be
no one
Batman.
else will use it because
Iron-
he's blind.
Iron Fist should be Batman because he's a billionaire and he has like he just punches dude. Like that's Batman, except not as like smart.
But
like,
Batman didn't punch through the heart of a dragon and absorb its essence.
neither did fucking Iron Fist in the show. They just said that he did. Like that's the thing. We should have seen that fight. We should have seen
Yeah, we should have seen him fight.
like the next show I saw was an SBS show on YouTube from like Australia, and it had a fucking dragon in it. It didn't look great, but because that was working with an Australian drama budget,
Yeah, which is
fuck all.
like $200, and they're like, "Good luck, mate."
But like that was a dragon, and I'm like, this fucking Australian TV show has a dragon in it, and a Marvel Netflix show doesn't. Like
Two of the most like recognizable names in media
at the moment, yeah.
doesn't.
But at the same time, like, Netflix to me is just starting to become like BuzzFeed. Like, it's like, it feels like they're just getting...
They're just putting
They're
up shit for the
literally
sake of
just
content.
like living off their own name now. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, Netflix, oh yeah, they usually do pretty half decent shit, don't they? It's always half entertaining. I can just turn my brain off at the end of the day.
Like
Yeah.
Like a lot of Netflix's content doesn't drive with me just because of the type of material. Like I'm not a fan of Orange is the New Black. I've seen the first season. Like I've seen this. I don't need to
I'm
keep
exactly the same. Like, I've never really been a huge fan of Netflix stuff. And I've never been a huge fan of Netflix. And I bought it and I've got a subscription to it now,
Yeah.
but I never use it.
I use it but it's a non-Netflix produced stuff that I watch more
Yeah.
because I watch Riverdale, but that's just licensing it for so we can get it weekly.
I really don't want to watch that.
It's fun.
Is it just like some CW teen drama
It's
for
exact-
the sake of drama?
Oh, I don't know if it's for the sake, but it is.
100% for the sake of drama.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, it's
Alright,
this-
then I'm not interested.
for me. Like, I watched the first couple of episodes, but like for some reason you're like, this is good. I don't know why it's good. Like it's just it's a shitty teen drama, and I don't think I've seen one of those outside of like ABC shows, like for
Yeah.
kids sort of stuff. Outside of like
Water High.
yeah, that sort of shit. Like I don't think I've seen stuff like a
Yeah.
better produced version of that. And
Yeah.
I like Greg Berlanti, and he produces it. And I don't think he's the showrunner, but he's
Yeah.
like that's why I watched it to begin with. Like, oh, this is
Like
the Archie
I've
comics.
always struggled with it, and I'm like, no, there are definitely more, more things like things that connect with me on a better level than Riverdale, which is based off the Archie comics, which shares no relation to it at this point. Like
It is.
It's based off Archie comics.
Yeah, the Archie-
comics.
The Archie comics are like basically these like. It's like the 1970s when like comics was the 50s when like comics were like taking off, and it was like basically it was like the radio and comic books, and it was just one of those ones.
It's what
It was like
Archie.
I'm gonna go to the milk bar with my friends, and we're gonna talk about stuff. And oh no, my homework.
It's
It
what
was-
it is.
yeah.
It's the what it's continued to be is like the distillation of Americana. Like it is just what people think that the 50s was, which was just like everyone's rich. We're living in a post-economic war world where like everyone has money, everyone's like able to like nothing's wrong with the world, even though that's not what the 50s was at all. People just remember it that way. So what it is that, and there's just people just having issues, but it's like it's all just teen drama, but in like a poppy sort of way. Whereas Riverdale just takes that like edgy, which is
Stop pointing that thumb at me, boy.
Sorry, but Archie has done stuff like Archie's had different universes. Can you move your head back so I can talk to his face? Because Archie's done stuff like Archie versus Predator, Archie versus Punisher. Like
What
Archie,
the fuck?
yeah, Archie's done this weird stuff where it's just like this doesn't make any sense for Archie comics, but fuck it.
Why not?
That's why Riverdale
Batman and
makes
the Ninja
sense
Turtles
in the
crossover.
Archie multiverse because I think there is one, and yeah, so it kind of makes sense, and that's why a lot of people are like,
Yeah.
oh, this is just Archie comics,
But-
but they're dark.
There are definitely more shows out there that are more deserving of my time that
Yeah,
connect
that's fair
with
enough.
me. And, like I'm not like saying the show's bad. I'm just saying I don't think it'll be for me at all.
Yeah, but getting back to Iron Fist, like there's only one character I liked in it, and it was his sidekick, like Colleen Wing. Like
I didn't like her.
she's the only competent person in the show.
I didn't like her because she was competent, but she was like the nagging competent person. Like, no, this is a really bad idea, and they're like, nah, just roll with it. And she's like, okay.
But they were bad ideas. Like all of her stuff.
Yeah, no, I know, but she was the only competent person, but she was such a pushover that I didn't like her.
Well,
Because she'd say, that's a terrible idea, and Danny would be like, nah, money, and he'd go do it anyway.
yeah,
he's
'cause
like,
that's the thing. Like,
just
I don't
listen
like
to
Danny.
me.
Like Danny is a lighter character in the comics, but he's not a fucking dickhead who knows nothing about the world.
No,
Like,
he generally knows a lot about spirituality and like the nature
Yeah.
of humans and stuff like that in like the comics and stuff. And in this, he's just kind of like, oh, this is a weird cell phone.
like it's so bad. Like it should have been. Excuse me. This should have been Batman Begins, like the start of that movie,
Yeah.
where he comes back from training, and like, but Bruce Wayne still carries on like a normal fucking human being.
Yeah,
And I get it, it's been 10 years since he was 12, but still, like,
yeah,
and like none of the like villains make sense. Just like, and like he doesn't end up winning. Like he doesn't beat the Hand because the Hand was set up to be the Defender's villain. So he
Yeah.
doesn't defeat his villain. Whereas like Daredevil season 1, he beats Kingpin. He goes to jail. in season 2, he even beats that like strand of the hand.
Yeah.
Finger.
Jessica Jones beats Purple Man. And
Yeah,
even the fucking Punisher, like afterwards, given them fact, but you know, he still defeats his like enemy throughout the entire thing.
Yeah,
And like Danny is just this Luke Cage defeats both of his.
yeah.
He doesn't defeat one of them. They just end up dying, and you know, works in his favor. But he does defeat his
brother.
That's a spoiler,
Well,
dickhead.
you're not gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it.
But you know, the audience.
It's been out for 2 years.
Some people are busy.
We have a 6-month spoiler policy.
We have a 6-month spoil policy.
It's the first time we've heard of it.
Yep. Implementing it now.
But
Yes, Oppenführer Keena.
was there anything else you want to talk about?
That show.
Dragon Fist Boy.
Yeah, you fucking should have versed the dragon. Like, how many, like, even if it costs like an extra bit of money, that show.
Literally, Game of Thrones just like has these little.
Yeah, Game of Thrones does have a huge budget.
They have
But,
a
like,
huge budget, but literally all they use for dragons is just like these pinned up green material over like some it's basically just like pillows,
Yeah,
and they've got them on sticks.
The
And
Flash.
this is a dragon, and it's just shit.
The Flash has fucking King Shark, and
It's not a good King Shark, but there's a King Shark.
Gorilla Grodd is looking great. Like in
Yeah.
Legend, he looks great. Like not
Yeah.
quite Planet of the Apes great, but like holy shit, this
Not
is something
quite. I'm pretty sure it's a fair bit off Planet of the Apes
That's what I'm
level
saying.
of CG. Not
Like that's
not,
not quite. As in, like it's no. Like yeah, I should have said nowhere near because Planet of the Apes is unfucking believable. But
yeah. But it's like a believable-esque gorilla.
yeah. Whereas like they couldn't. They did Eyes of a Dragon. I'm like, oh my god, like.
And they weren't even
Otherwise-
good eyes, they were just glowing fucking yellow eyes.
And Iron Fist doesn't have a costume. Like he should have a costume. It should be like
Yeah, it's just Danny Rand.
And they do have a costume. In the season, they show the original
World War II.
a previous one, who has the costume, who can light up, who can ignite both of his fists.
Like, and he just tears through Nazis, and I'm like, holy shit! Like that's the best part of the show when you
Yeah.
actually get a proper fucking Iron Fist. Like I'm okay with Danny like having one. Like if he went back home with just only one Iron Fist, but he could actually use it properly, I'd be okay with that. And like his shows, like the whole show's
You
progression.
know,
of him
like if he
learning to
was
use
doing
both.
like side flips and letting his momentum carry his like one, like his big fuck off fist,
yeah.
then that would have been cool. But no, he was just like punch. That's all his Iron
Oh
Fist
yeah, that's the other
ever
thing. You had to
was.
like stop. It's like hold up, alright.
It's basically the Dragon Ball evolution of like what that character should be.
Yeah.
In terms of like the stupid key attacks. Like, no, he should be able to like Iron Fist, turn it on, fucking boop, and you're dead.
He
But
doesn't even
else,
have to do
yeah.
that. He just goes like mid punch. He just ignites it like most of the time. He just like bops people.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah.
Anyway, that show should have been better. I am excited for season 2 because they actually get a fucking pre-production schedule,
Yeah.
so they actually will practice choreography and stuff.
Not learning it like 5 minutes before
Yeah,
the shoot.
that's why. Like he was just showing up on set and you're like, all right, what are you doing today? And then, okay, that's what we're doing in the fight today. So bad.
Can I say mine before I forget it?
Yes,
Yeah,
moving
sure.
on
Go
now.
ahead.
Okay, my thing to complain about in 2017.
Okay.
Season 3 of Rick and Morty was fucking shit.
Why
I
was
did
it
not
shit?
like it.
Why?
Well, okay, so
I didn't mind it.
the episodes themselves were pretty good, but the thing is that they were teasing this storyline. They were teasing by the end of season 2, they were like, okay, this is what's going on. Like the people dying. I mean, like it's still a comedy and things are happening and haha, it's funny, but like you know, Rick's in jail. That's not good. And like,
Yeah.
oh, what the fuck? There's like a galactic federation on Earth and shit like that. And then it goes in the first episode of season 3. That's all completely resolved. Doesn't matter anymore.
So
And
did
then,
you think it was going to
but
become
see-
serialized after that?
Well,
or it's
no,
like a
I didn't think
continuing
it-
story?
I didn't think it was going to become like this huge thing, but I thought there would have been a little more
Then what was
explained
there?
about it, or like a little more story to that section.
But see-
because they were ramping it up, and then they waited like 2 years.
That's
to
the
figure it out.
great like irony of Rick and Morty, and it is stated so many times that it is blatantly obvious. Nothing matters. No, everything you care about, it's already happened a million different times in a million different ways. Nothing matters.
Yeah.
And I think the showrunners and like the writers are taking that to a weird extreme.
Yeah.
Where it's like, nothing matters, but, you know, here's an Evil Morty episode that we're not going to expand upon at all, and hey, look at the season finale, and it was trash.
Yeah, that was probably the thing that pissed me off the most.
Like, if the season finale... If the season finale was
and then
the Evil Morty thing, and the semi-final was the President episode, would have sat a lot better with a lot more people. Because at least it would have ended on what the fuck? Instead of a, huh?
Yeah.
What Evil Morty are you talking about? Like the toxic versions?
No. The Evil Morty where he...
takes over the Citadel of Ricks. And where there's
where that Morty runs for president and he is Evil Morty.
Yeah, that would have been... Yes, that would have been a better season
If
finale.
they just swapped the fucking production of those two and put it out that way... No one would have really had a problem with it. They would have been like, fucking assholes, teasing goddamn Evil Morty into another one. But at least... at least people would have been more accepted than I'm the goddamn president.
Yeah, that was... I don't like that character.
You don't tell me what to do, Rick. I tell you what to do. And he's like, fuck you, president.
I love that character
all the
in the first episode he was in. And then in that episode, I was just like, you've been done to death. Like, I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
You shit.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
And the fact that they, right at the end of that episode, Rick was pretty much just like, oh yeah, it's just going to be like season 1 again. Bye.
Yeah.
See you in another 2 years.
Like the season finale of next season.
That's right at the end. He says it's going to be like season 1. We're going to go with a more chill vibe. See you in another 2 years.
Yeah. Or not.
And I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, that is annoying, but, you know, if you actually like the show, you'll get over that and watch it and support it.
When they do stuff like that, people stop.
It is annoying, but I think they've realised what a terrible mistake they've made and created such a toxic community, and they were like, alright, let's flush some of these fuckheads out.
Yeah, that's fair.
And take it back to roots when there was actually, you know, we had a decent audience, and now not just these random people
at the same time,
I don't need to go to uni, I watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think they would have complained so much because people bought their shit, they made money.
Yeah,
so they wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, they don't really care how toxic it is. They just want the money.
I do think that Justin and what's the other guy's name? Dan. I think those two actually have artistic integrity, and they're not just... Because they had a show. They had the show before the merchandise and everything. Adult Swim gave them a chance, and it worked. But now they're like, alright, we've built an audience. If people like it, they'll stay around, but we don't want to continue heading in this way, which I totally respect. But in another sense, it's also really fucking annoying because they teased Bird, Phoenix Person and stuff like that, and they've done absolutely nothing with it.
Like that.
And they've done
just whatever.
nothing with it, and I think they're just going to abandon it. You know, they might revisit it in Lost Worlds episode and stuff like that.
They kept on bringing in a bunch of new shit, but then they were like, oh yeah, these characters are still around, don't forget, okay.
Bye.
I think, for me, season 3 of Rick and Morty...
The Vindicators, that was annoying.
Oh yeah, that was odd. It was just I had no expectation. I'm just expecting the rest of the show, just normal episodes. And I got that.
Yeah.
Because I don't, care about the auxiliary characters that much.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what the creators have done, not really cared about them. So I didn't mind, I didn't even notice all that. So just watching the episode, this is entertaining. The rest of the show, for me, that show's a 7.5 to 8. It just sits around there, just oh yeah, this is fun. I wish there were more episodes to watch, but I'm not I wasn't in that time gap, just where's Rick and Morty? I'm it's gonna come when it comes. I've been waiting for Young Justice for 5 years.
This is nothing.
Yeah, this is I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 for fucking ever. But yeah, like I think the best best episode was the Pickle Rick. I don't like the people that came out of Pickle Rick. I don't like Pickle Rick and just people just saying that. But that episode, as an action episode, is fucking great.
By the way, if anyone still says that, just look in the mirror really hard at yourself and wonder.
Do you know the way?
And just wonder, what about those 3 words makes it fucking hilarious? Because it's not. Scream.
2 words.
I'm Pickle Rick.
I think that was like the reason it became a meme though, is because it was like everyone hyped that part up so much, and for some reason everyone found it so funny, but it wasn't. And I think that's why it got so much attention, because people are like, I'm Pickle Rick, haha.
See, I found the thing funny of like, I turned myself into a pickle, Morty. Hooray! Look at me, aren't I smart? And he's like, you're just doing this to avoid therapy. And he's like, what? No! Like, that was the part I found funny. And, you know, Justin Roiland's just being like, creating over-the-top characters and being like, you know, creating what people love about the show. But the fucking dipshits who actually, you know, like latched on, I think they kind of got that, but they didn't understand what made it funny, and they're like, it's just the 3 words. This must be the funny horrors, yes.
That episode kind of becomes Die Hard.
Yeah,
in terms of like
it kind of really does.
Die Hard / like Metroid. The fact that like he's stuck in a building, but he has to gather all this material just to fight his way out.
Yeah, and like do field patchworks on himself with like a pickle from a burger.
That's what I like. Like that was as much as like he was Pickle Rick. Like that's still a Rick episode.
Yeah.
Like he's still Rick. It's a survival episode, and I like that. But like, but that's the fact that that's the only episode I can remember. Probably speaks volumes about that season.
Yeah.
Like when you said Vindicated, I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. When you talk, like I couldn't even remember Evil Morty. Like. I thought you were talking about the Toxic episode, which I didn't think was interesting, but not Evil Morty.
Yeah, it was just
There was a ton of filler episodes in this season.
Yeah.
But...
It was more filler than story, and that was agitating.
That's what the show mostly
moving
is.
on.
Oh, you are done? Cool.
Yeah.
Alright. So my thing is, we've been over this before, but we never really went over how it could be better.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Netflix movie of Death Note. The movie, everyone knows it. I don't think anyone actually, like, never met anyone who's seen the anime and likes that movie. Because it is so unfaithful to the source material in a way that's not even fucking funny. Like, because, you know, like, Dragon Ball Evolution... It's kind of become a meme of how bad it is.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch it and you can just sit there and, like, drunkenly smile, being like, this is so fucking stupid. But you watch Death Note...
I love how you say drunkenly smile as if, like, you have to
You
be
have-
fucking drunk.
You have to be drunk to watch that.
Like that and Last Airbender.
But if I was, like, drunk and I was watching Death Note, I would be visibly
Angry.
pissed.
Like,
Because, you know... Because Dragon Ball's entirely different. You know, it is just a, like, bullshit, like, I'm gonna fight people and be the best, haha. You can fuck that up. You know, and no one, like, the audience will be, you know, angry and like, oh, why did you do that? You just take 5 minutes and look at it. And he's like, but I did take 5 minutes to look at it, and that's exclusively what I did. Literally, the dude who like directed it just glanced over the wiki and then was like, okay, that's how we're doing it. But like, Death Note, like I can get over the Light Turner shit.
They just made it so
like
sappy.
Light Turner, you know, whatever. You know, it's a more of a sticky name than Light Yagami or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Like Yagami, that's it. Like, you know, it's just easier on the tongue. And, you know, Misa getting replaced with Mia. You know, these like, they're westernizing it. I understand that. You know, you could have gone about it a better way. But having Light not be Light,
not being as fucking intelligent, almost Batman.
Yeah, he just really wasn't that character.
The way I see that movie is, so I think they took Light as a complex character, and they split him into two characters, and that was Light and Mia. Because Mia was a psycho, cold, calculating bitch, and Light was just this innocent teenage boy.
Yeah.
Whereas instead of the character progression, it was character domination more. Like Mia was like more telling him what to do and stuff like that, instead of, you know, him progressing into this psycho, which, you know, you can do in the span of a movie. Like, yes, it's difficult, but don't take on the fucking thing if it's difficult.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no one was calling for this to be made. This didn't have to be made. And if you were going to, why wasn't it a passion project? Why was it just a cheap, like, essentially cash grab? Like,
for a franchise that's 10 years old, like, it's had its heyday. Like,
Yeah,
what's
like,
the point? Like, I understand Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball was like 5 years over, which is a long time, but also not much time. But whereas Death Note's like 10 years overdue.
Yeah, like, Death Note finished and ended a long time ago. Like, yes, people still watch it and recommend it to people because it is some of the most...
It's one of the best anime.
It's some of the best... No, not even anime. It's some of the best entertainment I've, like, witnessed. It's... Very few things can compare with it, and the things that have been, like, in my opinion, tense, like Last of Us, like... Things like that, who can even stand in the same category for very different reasons.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're still very good pieces of entertainment. There's just so much that they've done wrong. Like, completely betraying Light's character.
L's the most offensive one.
No. L is the only one who's trying to be L.
No, he's not, because he fucking... Like, he snaps and loses it, which is, like, he loses his cool.
Yeah, no, that was I think that was script and director more than the character, because he was the only one doing anime-esque shit. Like, you know how he just jumps up on the table? That's exactly what L does.
Yeah.
He's an abrasive, weird, you look at it and you're like, what the fuck? Like, that's who L is. He's, like, doing that weird shit, and, like, the way he walks with that hunch and stuff. He was the only one committed to being the character besides Willem Dafoe, but he just had to voice over.
He was mocapped.
You know.
Yeah.
But, like, those two were the only ones, I think, in the entire show that actually tried. And it pissed me off.
They don't even set up the...
It just makes me laugh now that you said that Willem Dafoe is mocapped, because imagine that actor, like, having to scream in fear of Willem Dafoe in mocap.
Look, that's pretty easy. If I was trapped in a room with Willem Dafoe, who was just standing there in this green suit with ping pong strapped all over him, with a Willem Dafoe face on, I'd be like, ah! And screaming as well. Like, I get that.
Like, the movie doesn't even deal with the Shinigami mythos.
Yeah.
Like, that Mia is supposed to have it. The thing I like to fix it, if this had just been Death Note the Next Generation, like if the next Death Note landed in America and
if
that's why it's here.
Yeah, I've suggested that. I think in our review, I think I suggested that, like, you know, have it just be Ryuk, because they established in the show it's not the first time Ryuk's done that.
Yeah, exactly.
He just gets fucking bored. You know, 10 years, they could have just said 10 years later he was like, I wonder if this will be fun. And he threw it and he's like, I wonder if I'll get as much as entertainment as Light gave me.
Yeah. Like,
and he drops it, and, like, you know, that way they could have still used him going under the pseudonym Kira, because it's not an unknown quantity at that point. But the person behind it would be an unknown quantity, and, like, stuff like that. And you can have, like, Light Turner, like a cheeky little nod to, like, the original and stuff like that. And he's like, Ryuk just found a dude named Light, and he's like, maybe, and dropped it. But no, they just tried to make it the original, but tried about as hard as, you know, flipping a coin and not having it come up with the thing you want. You're just like,
guess we're going that direction today.
Whoops. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like...
Or, like, going to spin a coin and missing the coin, just being like, okay, this is my today. Like, they just put in as little effort as possible, except for... Like, I will give the dude who played L props. Like, he was the only one who did... Like, I think his performance was good, because he was the only one acting like he was in an anime. But that was a little jarring, because no one else was.
Yeah. Like, that's that's hard to do, like balancing, like whether you should act like it's an anime or act like it's
and then again, you know,
because anime is very like Japanese.
if the director, if the director did his fucking job and was like, hey, love what you're trying to do, it's great, but you know, no one else is doing that. Like, I respect what you're trying to do. Keep the posture, keep the weird tone of voice, like the monotone, like, this is information more than this is registers on an emotional level and stuff like that. Like, did anyone actually watch it before they just let the editing team just have at it? Or, like, did anyone even oversee this project? Like, I just want to know, like, you know, it's made Death Note, and Death Note is such a popular thing. And when it's that popular, you want to do it some sort of justice.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I understand Hollywood and stuff like that. There'll be Hollywood. Like, I don't think it was made in Hollywood, but it had that feel, like that bastardized Hollywood feel.
Yeah.
But like, like at some point, the director or the producer has to stop doing cocaine and look up at the fucking set for 1 second.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
The movie angers me to no end because it could have been great. It could have been Death Note, but have nothing to do with like light and stuff, because Death Note can't be made, can't be made well and do justice to the original source
as a movie.
Like, if they released
tried it 3 times,
if they released a live action TV show,
which is what everyone thought that was gonna be.
Yeah, that would have been dope. And like, you could have forgiven like Light Turner and stuff like that. You're like, it's just the American version because, you know, Netflix isn't exactly huge in Japan at least. Yeah. They're all about Crunchyroll and stuff like that, like watching, you know, things that appeal to them.
Yeah.
But like it could have been good if someone had paid attention and cared.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, I don't think the creators had anything to do with it, because I don't know if they didn't have the right, because like it would have been...
Yeah, 10 years, copyrights up, you know.
Well, that's not how it works. It would have been whoever published Weekly Shonen Jump.
Yeah,
it would have been like they sold the movie rights to whoever published, produced that movie, and then that's how that happened.
But I just don't think anyone actually gave a fuck about that movie. And the fact that, you know, it just befuddles me that it got through Netflix screening process. Like,
but that's the thing, Netflix is putting out shit now. Like,
yeah, I know.
Proper shit. Just to have content, just to drown out all their other like other shows like Arrow, like just the stuff that they just get.
Yeah.
It's to drown out that. It's like, hey, watch Masters of None, watch Netflix, watch Iron Fist, just to fucking just so that it can become its own platform. Especially, I think they're trying to race, especially before Disney.
Yeah, it takes over entirely.
Or Apple tries to buy them out, because that's the other rumor, that Apple wants to buy Netflix.
Oh god, no.
That'd be terrible.
It'd only be compatible with like Apple TVs and stuff like that.
Yeah. And that's what Netflix is great for, is that it's so
widely like
democratized.
Yeah, you can use
it on a Roku. You can use it on you can get it on the Wii.
You can get it fucking anywhere. Anything that has a screen and a video capability, you can get it on.
Yeah.
And has a connection to the internet. You can have it.
Like, yeah. Netflix, I think Netflix is going to implode on itself.
I think it's over-contenting itself, like Nathaniel said. It's like, it's a BuzzFeed thing.
Yeah.
It's just content. Quality? What the fuck is that? No. Yeah. Just give people something to watch. They'll watch it and be like, oh, well, that was bad. But you've already watched it. They've already got what they wanted from you.
Yeah. Whereas, like, Netflix used to be good, like House of Cards, Daredevil, and Jessica Jones Season 1. I'm just trying to think of, like, other stuff. Like,
I liked Masters of None. Like, that was good. The End of the Fucking World. That's a recent Netflix thing that I haven't read the graphic novel for it, but in my opinion, it was good. Like, you know.
But that's the thing, like, they just keep putting out weird content. I'm just like,
It's just things that no one's asked for. Like, there was a demand for Daredevil. Jessica Jones, not so much, but you're like, that kind of fits.
Yeah.
I think they just got all the New York superheroes and were like, okay, what are the ones we can use?
Well, they were doing the Defenders
Yeah.
because the Avengers were out, so they were like, money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the Defenders, they completely made up that team. Like Defenders is a team, but the
Oh,
original
really?
Defenders is Silver Surfer, Namor the Submariner, who's a Atlantean,
Yeah.
Doctor Strange and Hulk. Those are the original 4 Defenders. So 2 of them are off the table. Namor is owned by Universal. So he's in the same position as Hulk. In a weirder position, actually. And then Doctor Strange. Like, Doctor Strange technically could have been there, but if Marvel film and Marvel TV talk to each other, but they don't. Because Benedict Cumberbatch still does TV.
He's a phenomenal TV actor as well as like I think he does better work in TV than
Because
he
he's
does
able
in
to flesh
movies.
out his character.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I feel like pitch him on it, he would have come to Defenders, but no,
If,
Marvel TV, Marvel films don't
yeah.
talk to each other. That's why we're not going to have the Defenders show up in Infinity War or Avengers 4. Because they should. But
I think that's something that should have been better in 2017 is Netflix.
we solved it.
Just get good, alright? We're
Just
paying you
Netflix.
a service. Stop shoving your fucking just shit down our throat.
Technically, for Australian, all these have been Netflix produced shows, or Netflix show, because Rick and Morty came out on Netflix a week later. On Netflix.
Yeah, I
Technically,
mean,
yeah, if you want to put like our two
if you want to
stuff on
spend it that
Netflix.
way,
But
yeah, but like,
You're right, though, yeah.
Netflix should have been better last year.
That's a good conclusion.
Like, like Nathaniel equating it to BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed is a free website that just posts their shit everywhere, so you can't really escape it. But this is a pay service. Serve us. Don't shove shit down our throat and expect us to like it.
That's what,
Please get better.
which is why I like Stan, because Stan still has a lot of like content that you actually want to watch. Like they have the extended versions of Lord of the Rings on there.
That's
In
awesome.
HD, I'm not sure about subtitles, but that's there. They've got Wolf Creek season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Wolf Creek season 1 was a good Australian
Didn't
show.
they do that on Stand?
Yeah, it's a Stan
Yeah.
exclusive. Like Stan does a bunch of Australian content.
Yeah.
Season 2, I want to watch that at some point. They do, but they don't force it down your throat. You'll be like, Stan, but there's not really much licensed stuff. It's just like, we've got this cool gangster show. Oh, we get iZombie a week after it airs. Like, it's pretty chill, but it has like stuff you want to watch. Like, it's got, like, I think it's got all the Star Treks. It's got
It's
all
got
of Will and
all of
Grace.
Community on it.
Yeah,
like,
it's got all
Wow.
the Community. It's got all the Parks and Rec.
Sounds like the one that I actually should get.
Yeah.
instead of
yeah,
Netflix.
yeah.
Like,
Like,
it-
honestly,
more-
make the switch because Netflix is going nowhere fast.
At least like do a month free trial, see if like it's actually got
Yeah.
stuff for you that you want to watch, and
I think I'm
probably
gonna
it
do
will
that.
because like everyone I know, it's more the content they want to watch. With Netflix, you fucking scrolling through for ages, like, oh man, it feels on here.
It's basically the YouTube trending pages of streaming
Oh, it's
services.
so true. Man, I'm so sick of that. Like, I go on fucking
It's like
YouTube now. I'm like, I
it's-
saw this video like 3 months ago, dude. Why are you like bringing this up?
and it's like it's just it's pay to be at the top essentially. Like that's not a confirmed thing with YouTube. We're not trying to start that. But there's definitely a contributing factor between rich people and being on trending or complaining about being on trending and then appearing on trending
Yeah.
just so they prove you wrong. It's rigged. We should be on trending.
Yes.
But yeah.
I think that about wraps up.
I
our
think that
discussion.
neatly puts a bow on it.
Alrighty. If you enjoyed this discussion, which I think we did, we're a bit tired, but it was fun.
Yeah.
If you want to check out more of our content, we've got playlists for the rest of our podcasts. We also do Dragon Ball Super discussion videos where we talk about Dragon Ball Super each episode. We have a show called Pizza Time, which is tons of fun, where we eat pizza. That's up on every Friday. If you have any questions for the show, please comment below or email at amalgamshow@gmail.com. And if you like this video, click that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell in that order, please. And then, I guess.
And if you dislike the video, dislike it twice so we know how much you hated it.
do that. And until next time, catch you guys later. Bye.